I made my first sale even in the first week of dropping my coaching business.
How much have you generated since you joined, bro?
I made around $1,500 right now. Then I just signed a client for $3,600.
That's sick. So around like $5,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. And you've been here for a month, right?
Yeah. My followers it was slow growth. I think I joined up at like 17K and now I'm at like 22 almost.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing amazing. Today, I have my client, Luke, in here. 14 years old. It's fucking crazy, bro. He's been absolutely killing it inside my mentorship. So introduce yourself, bro. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? My name is Luke Hirsch, known on Instagram and TikTok as Small Guy Luke. I've been posting content for a while. I joined up Hussein's mentorship about a month and a half ago. Everything's been fantastic so far. I can't lie. He's giving me the support benefit that I really need. Feels like he's like my brother, or like not even as much as a mentor, but as an older brother in a way.
100%. I did get that feeling, bro. We met up like in Ohio. For everybody that doesn't know, I did like there were the Arnold in Ohio. And what results have you gotten, since joining the mentorship?
Since joining up the mentorship, I've noticed my content has been better. Like I have more of an idea of what to really double down on. I feel like that's a huge thing also that Hussein has taught me. Basically, like finding what works for you and then obviously doubling down on it. And also when it comes to coaching, he helped me set up my online coaching business. And even as a young kid, it was difficult at first. I was able to get truly a better understanding of it and being able to make obviously profit from that. And even in the first week, I made my first sale even in the first week of dropping my coaching business. And this is something that obviously like I can do for the rest of my content creating career.
100%, bro. The thing is, bro, like you're 14 years old, bro. You have a coaching business, which is wild to think, bro. And again, one thing that I told your dad when we met in Ohio is like, imagine where you're going to be in like 4 years time, 5 years time, because bro, like you're so young. And even if you just keep going, like you don't even do crazy or like whatever, you just keep going at the rate you're going, you're going to be so like far ahead of everybody else when you're like 18, 19, which is sick to see, bro. But again, you've made like, bro, I think first week you made like 1,000 something. What were you doing like before compared to now in terms of income? I know you're 14, which is crazy, bro, but what were you doing before compared to now when you joined the mentorship?
Before I joined up, I didn't even have a coaching business going, you know what I mean? So I really set that up. I mean, I knew it was something that I wanted to do. I just had trouble really just setting it all up and learning how to really start monetizing from it and, reaching it out to my audience.
Yeah, 100%. And what everything you did, was it organic or was it through ads?
Yeah, it was organic. I don't think I've ever touched an ad.
I know you did it, bro. I'm just asking. A lot of people they're going to be like, oh, it's all through ads. You don't need ads, bro. If you knew content properly and you know exactly like how to hit the pain points, how to talk to your audience, you're going to easily be able to close. Okay, awesome, bro. How much have you generated since you joined, bro? With like, again, through clients, content, everything?
I made around probably like $1,500 right now. Then I just signed a client for $3,600.
That's sick. So around like $5,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. And you've been here for a month, right?
Yeah.
Month and a half, like a week. Okay, that's actually, bro, that's insane. That's fucking insane to me. And before joining, where were you at in terms of like your content, maybe your coaching? Run me through like briefly.
It was definitely more of a struggle. Like I said, it was hard to really just come up with ideas. I didn't really know how to double down on content and find what really worked for me in a way. Like followers were stuck. So I was at a point where like I was plateauing. So like I would lose followers and gain them and lose them and gain them. And it was like, it was an ongoing, non-stopping, rotation. And like I said, I didn't even start coaching until I joined his mentorship. So realistically, I wouldn't know what I would like, what I was doing until I really joined up. And the modules helped me a lot with setting up my business. And
100%. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to repost the same things, or I want to, for example, they get a viral video and they're like, oh, I don't want to reuse this. This is what I literally preach, bro. I built my whole audience with like a specific subject, because you got to keep in mind, bro, if someone follows you, they're following you for a specific maybe theme, or for maybe some, let's say you do content and you're helping people get in shape. Well, that's what they follow you for. So when you do get that viral video, instead of fucking like shying away from it, you should double down on it, which is exactly what you've done so well. And that's why, you've been killing it, bro. What were you struggling with the most, would you say, before you joined compared to now?
Probably just growing on social media in general, you know what I mean? And yeah, obviously I didn't have a sense of income in any way, you know what I mean? So I wasn't making $1.
Which is totally normal, bro. You're 14, but yeah, again, go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't making money. My followers it was slow growth. Yeah, it definitely boosted my engagement on social media. I think I joined up at like 18 or 17K, and now I'm at like 22 almost. It's been a lot faster than it used to be. As it goes, it's going to keep getting faster and faster, especially with the skills and the knowledge that I know now. for content creation. And like I said before I joined, no money was coming in and everything was slow.
Again, I'm happy you did this, bro. And what made you decide to join the mentorship anyway?
I wanted to obviously make money like everybody else does, learn from you, because I know that you're one of like obviously you're a huge creator in this industry. Client results are definitely like when you see like what you've done for, you know, Aaron in particular, like that's insane, especially for someone who's on fucking house arrest.
I tell my guys to use your results a lot too now, bro. Like again, the fact that you were able to do this at 14. CJ that I have a call with after, bro, he joined and in his first month he made 10,000. He has like 12,000 followers. He's more like high end. He's like older, but again, bro, like he does like really high ticket coaching. And did you have any doubts at first, bro? Like before joining?
Yeah, definitely. Like obviously, since like joining up was hard because you know I had to try to convince my dad. You know, I had to take a loan out for my dad, and then obviously paying back. So I was like, "Yo, am I gonna even make my money back, or is this even gonna be worth it?" Like, so it was pretty much just taking the chance, to be honest with you. And so far, it's been worth it. You know what I mean?
100%. No, I'm proud of you, bro. This is kind of just for me. I'm kind of curious, like, what made you trust me specifically? Because obviously you could have had like different options or other people. Like, what made you join my mentorship, bro?
If you go on your page compared to a lot of other influencers, it's a lot different. You shows that you know what you're talking about, because this has probably made you a lot of money in general as well, because all your content is its purpose is to help somebody for free. You know what I mean? Like all your content is giving someone tips or advice or ways to make money, or you know what I mean? So obviously you know what you're talking about, which I can see in your content and I can see in your profile and basically who you are as a person. And I trust you because obviously I can see that you're a good person. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. That's why I joined up.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it, man. And what would you say is like the biggest thing that changed for you like after joining the mentorship compared to before in your life?
Knowledge, bro. Even if I walked out of your mentorship with $0, I'd still be happy because of all the shit that I learned. You know what I mean?
100%. I see what you mean, bro. That's the thing that a lot of people like don't realize, bro. Like even if they don't make any sales directly, or like a lot of people don't realize. Let's say you pay X amount to join. Like I paid $10,000 when I did my mentorship. Like I joined a mentorship early on, which is probably the best thing I ever did in my life. And the thing is that maybe I didn't make like, again, people think like, oh, I got to make back the money first month. I did it. Obviously, like I did it with when I joined my mentorship because I applied myself. I fucking like grinded out. I had a bunch of calls every single day. I was working like 16 hours a day. But like there's a bunch of people in the mentorship. You've done it too, bro. Like again, a lot of people are able to kind of like sign clients and see results and be able to pay back. If you don't pay back first month, it doesn't mean that you haven't learned anything, bro. Like all the knowledge that you have, you can literally apply it in 2, 3, 4 months time, and then you're going to be able to monetize. And this is kind of a skill you can literally do for the rest of your life. That's why I was like really happy you joined this early on, because like I said, imagine when you're 17, 18. How has your life changed maybe since joining the mentorship?
I started up my business, which is huge. I've been able to make money, and most likely, hopefully, I won't have to work this summer, like at a regular job, and I can just do this full time in the summer.
Well, what are you doing exactly, bro?
I worked at a beach club, so I literally just have to, you know, clean garbage, clean courts, pretty much put out like every chair on the beach for people, and then bring it back in the umbrellas at the end of the day. It was just terrible. So
okay, so how much would you say like after 3 months you made?
1,300, 1,200? Yeah, 3 months.
I had 3 months. Yeah, 3 months.
So,
and you literally just made $5,000 in a month, which is fucking crazy. That's wild, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Awesome, but it's good. Honestly, bro, that's one thing that I feel like a lot of people need. Like, you gotta have some sort of like place that you're trying to avoid or trying to like run away from. And again, the reason why you, in my opinion, you want to take this seriously is because you don't want to go to work next summer. And for me, it was the same thing. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to go to work. So it pushed me to go even harder and do this. I think people need that, bro. You need some sort of like thing that you're running away from, and at the same time, some dream that you're trying to reach. Again, it's like push and pull, and that's what gets you to actually make it happen, which is sick, bro. Awesome, bro. And what would you say you're focusing on right now, maybe to scale even more?
I would say like, you know, getting more ahead of my content, so less stressed out when it comes to that. Trying to make enough money to prove to my parents that I don't need to work this summer, and getting better at everything, getting better at implementing the strategies that I've learned.
That's awesome, bro. Again, my job now is making sure you don't work during the summer, bro. Yeah. Again, I'm sure your dad is happy of what you've achieved so far. What would you tell someone who's maybe thinking about joining, but they're on the edge, you're not sure?
Just fucking do it, dude. Even if you don't make money, like we were talking about before, even if you don't touch $1, it's going to be your fault, because I would say that I learned all the strategies to make money. If you don't make a single penny while in the mentorship, then it's your fault, because you didn't, like, you just were fucking lazy. Simple as that. Even if you walk out with nothing, you know, like even if you don't make $1, which you will, then you're going to learn a lot no matter what. You know what I mean? So whatever you learn in here, obviously you have access to all the knowledge, and like you've learned so much from it that you can continue doing this, not even for the extent of the mentorship that you signed up for, but you can continue doing this your entire content creation career.
100%. I appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate it. Again, I do agree with you. Like, if you don't make money, you're lazy. And again, you're not applying. I would say this mentorship is for people that aren't lazy. If you're lazy and you think like, oh, I'm going to join, but I'm expecting results, then please don't join. I don't want to work with you. Like, I only work with people who are actually serious and put in work. That's how you're able to make money. That's how Aaron is able. Like, I'm not saying this is like a fucking miracle. You join and you make money. But if you are serious and you're someone who actually like wants to put in work and you're not afraid of like actually like working hard, then this is going to help you absolutely change your life, which again, I'm happy it helped you, bro. But yeah, again, anything you want to say before we ended?
Just if you join, take initiative, follow everything as it goes. Don't let it overwhelm you, and just like have fun with this, setting it up and everything, and just fucking grind and you'll see results.
100%. I appreciate you for hopping on again. Everyone go follow Luke. I'll put his stuff in the description, first link.
Appreciate it, bro.
And, once again, 14 years old, making more than your teacher. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to join the mentorship, it'll be in the description. Just click on the mentorship link, apply, and I'll have someone from my team or myself get back to you and we'll get you on board. Let's go.
Oh yeah.